There's another thing I want to add to the previous video. Pretty much, I cannot control what people define miracle. I remember when I first got accepted as a journalist of the Beachcomber, I remember was going through very tough struggle to self-train myself, journal keeping daily, and also was very lucky that my cousin Elizabeth from the city of Macau, she is an English teacher, and every week we would exchange an email, and she would, like, see how am I doing my progress, on my English language doing it, and she would give me feedback on those while exchanging those emails. So it was 3 years of going through this tough struggle, but I felt that also the day when it comes, making those interview and writing the article, following my leads, doing the interview, that's what really also matters, not just the English writing skill, it's also the interviewing skill, the writing the article skill, and following the leads. So I felt it was all this whole combination. So to me, that day when I was doing interviewing, like the top athlete who have set new record in the Mission Bay High School campus, and then the highly acclaimed actress who have got awarded as the best actress in Mission Bay High School, doing those interviews, and with also the drama instructor and the sports coaches, and so I felt that was considered to me, I felt that was miracle. But like I'm saying, I don't know how people define miracle. If no one acknowledged that as miracle, I can't, what can I do about it? It's like, and then like the being elected as club president, I felt, even though it's 3 years going through self-training, the computer lab on the multimedia field, I felt, those tough struggles, but I felt also what is required of me, that day, when the whole classroom filled with members who have showed up and see me as being elected as club president, that, and see what I have to say and things like that. I felt that also matters. It's like how I able to carry myself in that class, that meeting, and so kind of like in a way I felt that was really mad. Like I remember that day, like showed up and there's this whole classroom and telling them, welcoming them to the class, to the Mesa Multimedia Club and things. I felt that's also what really matters. To me, I felt that was like a miracle that happened, But like again, I don't know how people define, if no one acknowledged that as a miracle. Like I can't control what people define miracle and things like that. So I thought those are the hard part, doing the miracle. But it's just like how people, it's just like, if no one acknowledged what I have done, what does it matters to me, it's like, so I don't know, like, am I supposed to be upset at myself for going through all those tough struggle and doing those, like, doing what I felt like it's beating overwhelming odds, which is considered as miracle, it's like, and for what, to be upset at myself? What is this? Kind of like in a way, I shouldn't have to be upset at myself for doing accomplishing what is considered as very hard, to accomplish and things like that. I shouldn't have to be upset at myself for doing accomplishing these very hard to accomplishment and things like that. So I don't, like I'm saying, I it really, maybe I don't know like how people would define miracle, and I don't even know if people even gonna watch this video or not. But like I was saying, I'm not gonna be upset at myself because I have accomplished something that it considers very hard to accomplish. So I thought that those are the hard part, like getting in on the first day, being elected as club president, getting in front of a whole classroom full of members. And remember, like I was saying in the previous video, that on the first two, like, but actually I thought it was two. Just I remember there was like either of the first two semester, the first one semester. Remember, was just full of members, and I have to get up there, like welcoming them and greeting them and things like that. I felt those are the hard part, it's just like really still at the time consider, wanted to work more on my public speaking skill and things like that. Like I was saying, but like to me, I felt those are the harder tasks to accomplish. Just first day as being elected as club president and welcoming the club and greeting the club members and all of that. And so to me, I consider those are like beating the odds and really hard to accomplish and things like that. I just didn't know, afterward I have to be upset at myself because I accomplished something that's very hard to accomplish. It's just ridiculous. Why I have to be upset at myself for accomplishing these things. And so I don't know, like saying, maybe so. Anyway, like I was saying earlier, I don't know who would watch these videos or how people would define miracle, but it's just I'm not gonna be upset at myself because I accomplished something that is considered very hard to accomplish. I felt during those times, it was supposed to be what considered as can I do it or not? It's just like, am I gonna run away? Not take on this responsibility and duty. That's the part what I was struggling against. It's like, am I not able to step up and take my responsibility and duty as the club president or not? That is what I have to concern about, not just afterward, I have to be upset at myself because like right now, because I don't know if people are gonna watch my video or not, or like how people define miracle and things like that. It's like, okay, so I'm still in the middle of changing my clothes. I'm still wearing my underwear right now, so like, but anyway, I'm gonna go finish changing my clothes, and if I have anything to add on, I'll add it to the next video. Okay, so thank you for watching PTTS. Thank you for following PTTS. I'm gonna end this video in 3, 2, 1.